Saturday, May 25th, 2002. A former Navy SEAL, dishonorably discharged for insubordination and a history of going AWOL, turned to a life of crime with his toxic and equally psychotic wife. And together, the couple burglarized local businesses, internationally smuggled narcotics, and went on a demented rampage to fuel an adrenaline addiction that was quickly spiraling out of control until inevitably graduating to murder.
I went through buds with a sociopath. The honor man of my buds class is still in jail for chopping people up and then disposing of their bodies with his wife.
Really?
Yeah.
In 1996, 19-year-old high school swim champion Benjamin Sifrit enlists in the United States Navy, with his sights set on becoming a special operator under one of the world's most elite fighting forces, the Navy SEALs. And after attending basic training, Sifrit attended basic underwater demolition SEAL training and absolutely crushed it, and was even dubbed by his instructors as one of the fastest and strongest students in the program. And after 6 hellish months, Sifrit completed BUDS and graduated with Class 212 in 1997, and even received the class's highest graduation honor, and was given the nod as the class's honor man. Shortly after completing BUDS, Sifrit, like most team guys, celebrated hard, and one party in particular would vastly alter the trajectory of his life after hooking up with 19-year-old Erika Grace. And just like him, Erika was ambitious, athletic, and all about show. The former collegiate basketball player and the Navy SEAL became inseparable, absolutely fueling each other's egos. Erika, in her social life, would often boast about her Navy SEAL boyfriend, and Ben thrived in Erika's godlike perception she held for him. The two narcissists found validation in one another, and after just a few weeks of dating, the two eloped and got married at the Silver Bells Chapel in Las Vegas. And shortly after, having become all consumed by Erika, Ben began to disassociate himself from the teams. He no longer gave a shit about the Navy, and all he wanted to do was spend time with Erika. And not even a few weeks after their marriage, Ben Sifrit was court-martialed and dishonorably discharged from the Navy in 1998 for reasons such as insubordination and reportedly going AWOL on multiple occasions. And by his peers, he was deemed mentally unstable. And instead of taking a step back and rethinking her relationship with Ben, Erika fully embraced and even celebrated Ben's darker side, and she began to egg him on. After Ben's discharge, the two felt liberated and moved to Erika's hometown of Altoona, Pennsylvania, where Erika started her own business, opening a local scrapbooking store. Who the fuck opens a scrapbooking store? Fucking lock her up. After committing the disturbing crime of scrapbooking, the couple turned to petty crime, setting up an eBay store full of stolen merchandise and promotional items from restaurants the two had burglarized. And many of the items were bizarrely from Hooters. And the couple reportedly earned close to $3,000 a week fencing stolen goods on eBay. The money earned through the store was used to finance the couple's bad habits, from bar hopping to the use of narcotics, which the couple would obtain and smuggle back to the United States from South America. And when they were back stateside, it was back to burglaries, doing whatever they could to get a dose of adrenaline, including Ben's obsession with purposefully trying to get pulled over just to attempt to evade police, reportedly doing things such as driving upwards of 150 miles per hour, initiating full-blown police pursuits, of which he always escaped. And Erika became manic, impulsively buying jewelry, pet snakes, and strangely growing OCD over her eccentric Hooters memorabilia. Erika's friends even grew concerned, as Erika became unrecognizable, and the debauchery and mayhem which defined the Sifrits' relationship began to peak. Instead of breaking into the restaurants late at night, the couple began to arm themselves and hit the chains earlier in the day, minutes after closing time, pushing the envelope, almost looking for a potential robbery situation. And inch by inch, the Sifrits were on a warpath to get their kicks off some artificially induced violence. In 2002, the Seacrets rented a condo in Ocean City, Maryland, with full intentions of graduating to murder. The two would spend the afternoons at the beach day drinking, and the nights at the bars and the clubs, while attempting to find their victims. And on May 24th, the Seacrets failed to produce the exact change needed for the bus ride. Nearby passengers and couple Joshua Ford and Martha Crutchley covered the fare. The couples hit it off and made plans to meet up and go out later that night. And around 11 p.m. the night of the 24th, the couples made their way to Seacrets nightclub.
I got love, love. I got love, love. I got love, love. I got love.
Joshua Ford and Ben bonded over the military, as Martha Crutchley and Erika gossiped over shots of tequila. And after last call, the Seafrits invited the couple back to their condo at the Rainbow. They continued the party, rolled spliffs in the hot tub, and everything was cool.
Could've put a price on that.
Until Erika, out of nowhere, snapped, claiming that her purse was missing from inside the condo, placing the blame on Joshua and Martha. Ben pulled out a .357 Magnum and demanded that they give back the purse, at which point the petrified couple retreated into the bathroom, locking the door behind. Erika picked up the phone and dialed 911, informing dispatchers of some type of burglary scenario.
After 911, do you have an emergency?
Yes, I have an emergency at my apartment. There are people in my house who I don't know, and my purse is suddenly missing, and I'm afraid I'm going to have a robbery here.
Okay, people in your apartment at this time?
Yes.
I'll connect you to the police. Stay on the line.
Hey,
What?
I'm upstairs in a bedroom where they don't know where I am.
Okay, I'll connect you to the police.
But before disclosing her address, Erika disconnected the line. And exactly what happened next is only known to Ben and Erika Sifrit. But what is known is that Joshua Ford was shot through the bathroom door, and several more shots rang out after Ben kicked down the door altogether. And Joshua Ford and Martha Crutchley were never seen again. The successful insurance executive and mortgage broker were both reported missing by their coworkers back in Virginia. Detectives from Ocean City Police Department jumped on the case and began pursuing leads from witnesses at Seacrets nightclub. Meanwhile, the Seafrits conferred and evaluated their performance of what they did right and what they did wrong, such as the bogus 911 call to transmit a fake self-defense alibi. And eager to do it all over again, the couple was on damage control, covering their tracks, sterilizing the crime scene, and replacing the bullet-ridden bathroom door. And in order to remove the bodies from the high-rise condo, the psychotic couple turned to the barbaric practices of dismemberment. The Seafrits set out to find their next victims, sticking to the same plan. While wearing Joshua Ford's ring around her neck, Ben and Erika found their next victims, couple Melissa Sealing and Justin Todwell. They lured the couple back to the Rainbow and fired up the hot tub. However, Sealing and Todd Wright left the condo before Erika tried to play another sadistic game of who stole my purse, after realizing that something was wildly off about Ben and Erika. By morning, the Ocean City Police Department, on the search for the missing Virginia couple, posted flyers all over town, leaving Ben and Erika with serious heat and no other options but to get out of town. They hit Seacrets nightclub one last time before hitting a Hooters on the way out of town and tripping a silent alarm. Ben played it cool and kept his mouth shut. Erika, however, lashed out at officers, demanding that they open her purse and give her a Xanax. The officers obliged and discovered 5 casings of .38, as well as 2 Virginia driver's licenses for a Joshua Ford and a Martha Crutchley. Detectives were notified and officers were informed to get to the couple's rental condo at the Rainbow in the event the Seafrits were holding Joshua and Martha hostage. And under exigent circumstances, officers booted the door, and inside the rental, police found suspicious items within. The condo was secured as a crime scene, and the Seafrits were brought in for questioning. Presented with the evidence, Erika made a cold confession, claiming that Ben committed the murders and that she was simply in fear for her life due to the fact that her husband had Navy SEAL friends. Ben, on the other hand, claimed that he was sleeping in the couple's Jeep, and when he returned upstairs, he witnessed the crime scene and felt as though he had no choice but to help Erika out of the situation. Both partners flipped and continued to throw each other under the bus. And at the crime scene, investigators demoed the bathroom vanity and found blood in the tile grout. Samples were taken and examined and determined to be a DNA hit on both victims. In June of 2002, a grand jury handed down a 13-count indictment against both Benjamin and Erika Sifrit, and the case became a media spectacle. The noble SEAL and the seemingly good girl shocked the world with the brutality of their crimes. On June 11th of 2002, Erika Sifrit was convicted and sentenced to life in prison plus 20 years. On April 9th, 2003, Ben Sifrit was convicted and sentenced to 38 years in prison. And in April of this year, Ben applied for and was denied parole and has a mandatory release date of 2030. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. There's a lot more mini documentaries in the works, and you don't want to miss them. There's also a lot of regular documentaries in the works as well, which is kind of why this video is shorter, because I'm kind of going out of town to film some stuff. So I figured I'd throw this together over the weekend for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. But anyways, as always, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
I gotta love, love.